What's up, Toes? Camharder11 here, and welcome to another Cartoon Network comic book review. This time we're looking at two different sets of comics from three different series. We're doing Dexter's Lab, Powerpuff Girls, and Samurai Jack. Now, these have all been out for a little bit now. Some of them more newer than others, but let's just get started. So this is Dexter's Lab number 2 and number 3. So let's start with number 2. Look a little bit at the cover. It's not too incredible, the cover, and that's sort of something I've been seeing with all the Dexter's Lab ones. The standard covers have been pretty lackluster in my opinion, but then once you get to the retail incentive and the subscription covers, then they get really good. I don't know if you can tell here, but there's a Samurai Jack crossover cover, which is the retailer incentive one, and then this nice little stylized one for the subscription cover. But then for issue number 3, the subscription cover is super sweet. It's got all these pretty ponies and DD riding a pony, and then for the retailer incentive, there's an Aku crossover cover. So I'm assuming these are all to allude to the Super Secret Crisis War, which again just came out. And I don't know, I think they look really sweet, but the standard covers themselves aren't too great. But anyway, it's not all about the cover, it's about the content of the book. And I honestly do think that Dexter's Lab is really good. As far as the series itself goes, the TV show, it was one of my lesser favorites cartoons. I really liked Powerpuff Girls, Ed and Eddie, Samurai Jack. Those were 3 big ones that I really enjoyed. Dexter's Lab was a little bit under those, but the comic, it's holding its own, and I really do enjoy it. It's simple in its own way. The art style matches the show, and the show's style isn't that incredible in terms of how much it gets pushed. I mean to say, and then the dialogue is pretty simplistic too. But it's what the show is, and it's not trying to be anything that it's not. And I like that. I like that it's it's doing something good. And again, I always say this, but if I could imagine it being an episode, then it's doing its job correctly. So I really did enjoy it. So and without spoiling too much, it's getting really cool too. Dexter things are going his way, but then it ends up not being what he wanted, and I think he's getting punished for it, and he has to go on this journey to get things back to the way they were. And I think it's a really good story, and it's looking to be a 4-issue arc, because in issue number 3, this one, it says instead of to be continued, it says to be concluded, so I can only assume that issue 4 is the last one, and that's not out yet, so we'll see in about a month or so. Next, Powerpuff Girls number, I think 7 and 8, or 8 and 9, or no, 9 and 10, my bad. So this is an epic 2-part arc. I really do enjoy it, and just from the cover, so from issue number 8, when you flip to the end and it says next time on Powerpuff Girls or whatever, they show the cover. When I saw the Boogeyman and the Rowdy Rough Boys, that just blew my mind. I love the Rowdy Rough Boys. They're my favorite Powerpuff Girls villains, and I don't know. I've been watching a long time ago. Actually, I watched some Powerpuff Girls Z, which is the Japanese anime Powerpuff Girls, and I love the way they pronounce Rowdy Rough Boys. They're Rowdy Rough Boys, and it's just really cute and adorable. And it's a great issue, just a great 2-parter, and really action-packed. And it starts off being not so action-packed. The girls are going to a concert for this band called 3D, which I'm assuming it can only be a parody of 1D being One Direction. And there's this awesome part that they're looking at this 3D poster, and it's actually, I don't know if you could tell in the video, but the pages are actually, or those panels where the poster is in, the poster is in 3D, Anaglyph 3D, which is the blue and red 3D. If you have those types of glasses, you can put them on, and the poster will be in 3D, and that only makes me want more. I would love to see, maybe not necessarily a Powerpuff, but something IDW does, I would love to see a 3D issue of. And then we got some DD crossover, again alluding to the Super Secret Crisis War. Again, I'm only assuming that they're alluding to that because they are released so close to the release of that, and it makes me want more crossover. And then we got all this crazy action happening, and just everywhere, butta clag, swoosh, swish, boost, bang, just all the stuff that comic books are known for, epic action. And I don't want to spoil anything by flipping through the pages too much, but it is a great issue, a great 2 issues to pick up, and it's a small condensed 2-issue arc. It's not 4 or 5 or 6 issues like the first Powerpuff arc was 6, so you don't have to get invested. Both the issues are already out. You can pick them up for yourself. And let's jump into Samurai Jack. So I've been praising Dexter's Lab and Powerpuff, and I can't really do the same for Samurai Jack. These 2 issues weren't too hot in my opinion. They give some really promising stuff on the covers. You got all these altered, like slightly altered versions of Samurai Jack. Like we got a really tall and long one. We got a big fat Samurai Jack. Like a samurai rat is all I can really say there, and just so many cool different Samurai Jack variants. And you think they're going to have this really cool battle, and I guess you could say they do have some sort of battle, but I thought it was going to be over the course of a few issues, and it's just this issue. And another big thing is that there's no dialogue, and I see you like commenting now. It's like Samurai Jack isn't really known for its dialogue. It's a very silent show, but the point of a comic book, I think, is to read it and to experience it and to kind of follow it. I found the lack of dialogue here to be hard to follow. I didn't feel really attached to anything. The characters were not developed at all. They basically were all just Samurai Jack silhouettes, and it was just really poor experience. So I saw myself flipping through it, and then at the end I'm like, okay, it's over, the end, what now? And I mean, it's a really empty experience, is all I could really say. And it's like flipping through a picture book. It's like you do it once and you're done, and I guess that's it. And then I go to the next issue, issue number 9, and the same thing happens. It's, again, almost entirely a picture book. This one has a little bit more dialogue, like towards the beginning, Samurai Jack's doing a little bit of talking to himself, and he's actually fighting this giant machine thing, and it's spewing off things, but really it's just stuff like attack, gravity, force, protocol, stuff like a robot would say, and it's not adding to the thing at all. It could have just been like silent and wouldn't have changed anything. And again, it's just another issue where Aku is doing something in the background to Samurai Jack. He's like influencing him and attacking him from behind the scenes, and Samurai Jack's just going through beating it, and that's the issue. Again, it's another one-off issue, and I really do hope that these build up to something bigger, because as is now, they're not very rewarding to read. They don't feel like anything's happening, and if it culminates to something greater, then that would be better. And I guess that's about it I have to say for these. These are all $4 each. I didn't cover that at the beginning, and I will put links into them, any online links I find, so you can buy them for yourself. And in terms of the Samurai Jack one, I would wait till a trade comes out and maybe includes a few more issues with a bit more substance. But the other 2 are definitely, like, buy them when you can, because they're really good. And actually, the Dexter's Lab is part of a 4-part, like I mentioned, so these aren't the only 2 issues. So buying those 2 on their own won't make any sense. So, hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys later. Camhorder11 out.